you feel. Shad, Emma, yeah, share Ghana Premier League table, and you be a for good. They sounding like the best team so far in the Ghana Premier League after match day 5, but I'm say on the other end of the field, you know, Nieman Shada Enkuyi Ewo Honmo. I mean, the final third means attack, you know. Defense in there. So far, now the statistics in there, some of they are the best defense. But that's a power. House of Folk and seats on the table no? After 5 games. Now I winning 2. I draw 2. I lose back. Now, yo, social goal difference, you know, free. Goals against, you know, Shadrach can find show TV, so but maybe goals against, you know, goals against, you know, Hasifuk, Obian far ball, and to Hasifuk and it so far.
Wow.
Yo, but second, you're the best and you're bad. You're bad, sir. The man you're bad in your defense and defense and keep the footing. Defense forms just one part of the 3 departments. So they keep a new rural defenders anymore. That's only one department. Method no, method no na Chitani no. Eka ho asem no. Method na Chitani ne ka say on pass paper na enko ba bia. Enko ba bia no kan ndi asechire. Slower transition into the final third. Just a body defense no. Oh, paper, prepare defense to midfield, but body could attack, you know. Watch me, a big crown and crown could do. Recycling the ball nonchalantly. Maybe Ghana and US, Ghana and Mexico. Osha Sabo, Nabako 64%, Bako 54% possession in favor of Ghana. But check your score and Nabako share 4 and Bako share 3 say. Why do you keep the ball? Essentially, so style of playing a possession there. Not just the old possessor with purpose. Old possessor with purpose. Purpose and say, oh, possessor quite by the opponent in the defense, and probably they are sitting more, they're placing more players behind the ball. The 2%, oh, defend the from the accommodate them partner. Are you keeping the ball for keeping sake? What is the essence of the higher possessions? House of Folk Edilson. Yow league required no. Say a boom bupen say your ball 34 games. 34 games so quantify first 4-5 games in the economy. In Jaka 30. Yeko. But yana metaka pressure a war bechim pressure a war young apostles a different from House of Folk. A different from the all BBR Go Stars. Pressure of BBR Go Stars say different from vision. And you know, Osha media must also the pressure. Every pressure be so okay say who define here the expectancy level of the fans. Do you enjoy pain no? And no more that's what that's say enjoy.
So with this it means outstanding games no Go Stars and the Chelsea will ball me boy.
Yeah.
And Holy Stars near Santo Koroko.
Yes sir.
Because say Koroko about Chelsea.
And one
Go Stars.
What we ask me and one Kotoko by Basaka now Chelsea Go Stars for. So House of Folk can you very careful. But Jordan didn't make us say House of Folk can be cheap young apostles so no money Basaka Holy Stars dreams in no 11 wonders. And Kajuma Kojidra money and young. A super job and so far. Yeah. Clubs are not where baby and yes me but obia level of fans any domino or the demand free club no any coaches in ho yaw it's Basaka only Stars pressure what club no be no House Folk and you know no kra na no did you man who me yinadi
there's no okay
only see my back na even before the game
was starting now back no.
But born House Folk born
after 5 matches.
O met me about 50 matches. Now the baby they have a national team goalkeeper. And no any motivation from our dear be here. And no more players and no free be no money day. Koji Dramani who resources in Obaka Watara and Yard into the Sebra. Media from Gakato for whatever I saw no. Me who say and you may be coy. But some dress as folk who want some na can dear and the way and so any.
And it's too early.
Sir?
Can be bizarre and you're too early.
Big clubs, you know, too early. Big club, too early. Dr. Ogumeka sign and we season no more. Esake no. Emma Zito buy like how many games? 4 games in FA Cup or do finals or do semi-final. Big club. Obey you ready. Over Konumu 7 obey you ready. Oh, you ready? You cannot be actual letter so that how. Now did you hear you day?
I want to hold brief kakra
for the fans or for
the coaches. One aspect of the Oyeno Anna Enya NCP. The other aspect seems to be working and we're a process. The process to return House of Folk to the top again. It takes time. I think the House fans and Ankasan realistically they are not being fair to the coaching demanding results. I understand fans will get worried when Obo 3 games. Is it 2 games to us now we need against Bechem goalless draw. Bechem were struggling side. The contest home away Obo away from home. A bit affected. Heart of Lions, one of the formidable forces in the Ghana Premier League. So over the last 2 seasons, they are one of the best teams in the league by point accumulation. Point winner this year. What they call last year the end. They will not be outside the top 5. Again, they've considered just a goal. One of the best defensive units. Have a solid team. Almost centre back pair, Ruben Hennessy. Then Ebenezer Aban. Then our midfield duo, Eche Dogli, Ishmelado. Central zones, no. I'm making sure say they be ano. A hono omajemu pampe. And an excellent goalkeeper in Lawrence was say. Any opponent will be share out of Lions be our home betrayal.
That's why come 4 clean sheets.
Yeah. Well, consider just one goal this season. Kwame Dela has or consider goal this season. The next best defensive rating, Heart of Lions. They have it. You get it. Then again, Heart of Lions, has a share in top 4. That is where the problem is coming from. Machine top 4. Machine Gaman check up. When I mean bossing, I was saying share no way, but the difference and the competition levels.
Let me has in a wider context.
No, I'll come.
Just the Lions.
No, maybe I'll come. I'll come back.
They are repetitive patterns.
I'll come back to it.
Right.
I'll come back. Osheno top 4. Ya sheno Gaman check up until ya brone so. Ya ideas in was here sheno. But the form our preseason does not directly translate into form of the main season. So House of Folk played excellently. Our top 4 team. They were the best team. But it did not really paint the reality of the House of Folk team. And then it also raised the levels of expectations of the fans. Hey, top 4 mpuna di Revealed-Kotoko yasha obi dia. And yes, adia yeba ball league na den yebere. But the reality is, this process is not reaching 70% in Pro and Adidi. So yes, they've played goalless draws against Oho United. They played a goalless draw against Bechem, a goalless draw against Heart of Lions. The only teams that has Asha this season, Bakuya Dreams FC and Bakuya 11 Wonders. So the table ne to Subiona Oshe table now. They are the teams in the relegation zone. Dreams 11 Wonders. Omo relegation zone him. And they are the only teams House of Folk has scored against. Has Asher just 2 goals. They've scored in just 2 of their 5 matches at the start of this campaign.
They say 2 goals no crab against class
teams against 11 Wonders and then against Dreams. So has a big issue with scoring. But then again, aside everything, they have a very solid defensive record. And then so the ball better has at him. That is the positives that my person fans now drink also. In building the team, you first look at defensive principles. if your team is difficult to beat or score against, and when a confidence nifika krakra, then you work on the attacking patterns to improve. One, the number of chances you create, and two, your finishing. Unfortunately for us, they don't really have established or proven goal scorers. Prince Kobno Owusu, he might have name, but the only body of work you refer to is Prince Kobno Owusu of some 3 or 4 seasons ago. What is productivity in the last 3 seasons? Menyesho so washe 20 goals mpo. Yente mi maybe I see you and Pempi na ni yako into the past to refer to players yakoto maba. That was the mistake House of Oak made with someone like Seto say. Ne Ash Gold reputation no mujina so kofa ne by, but he had left Ash Gold like for some years. Kobno Owusu nye your proven goal scorer in the context of the GPL and what House of Oak need. Frank Abraham, he is just someone who has just been, he's a fine goal scorer on his day. Obeyedo Yama, but for a consistent period, you can't rely on. Hamza Issa has had a very poor start to the season. So they have, 1, personnel issues, and 2, functionality issues. And these things, it takes time to work on them.
There's a coach in Ejuma.
I say,
there's a
coach in the account, players in the account. It takes time.
Nana, to say the number of big clubs from a month time now coach open.
House of Oak, if they really consider themselves and where they are, if they are faced with the reality and they accept it, nobody will touch Didi Dramani.
No, we have to face the reality.
Mm-hmm. The reality is they are not as good as we envisage.
But
top 4 no, and more margin call. Hey, your team near you, no.
Pre-season.
Real competition starts when the season starts.
Yeah, Mickey, you're right. But this whole thing now, say, would the fans agree, accept, admit, whatever? That is where I'm making a say.
So, see the Casa Oba first now. He said these things.
But I'm very good interview, so
can't be a
to the ear of every single fan. I don't believe the fan. There are guys.
The problem I could say, guy no Kasai.
Yeah.
He spoke excellently as a fan showed.
Yeah.
Football fans.
And 11 draft seasons they had some Abuadu. Not just some Abuadu, somebody who sang their song. No, he really affiliated himself. Say, "Maybe I had me free. A dry idiot cracker had the mama cameo. So he did something culturally. A long time. I know be a sardine. Me, Sammy, can I be a crack? You know, I Kenya mama. Sammy is just an Asoka boy. But I don't know has no to be Oshogua. Bukamram Rasun BBI. Yet. And you must start to say, call from na comments in the buy. Comments in the buy. Then some way we lose control. And I walk on to me control, control big boys. Hotel Ambada was so ahead KUSC campus ahead of Bechem United FA Cup. Okay, a Paribona, Bechem Augustino Krasabe Katumono. Dr. Nyahok Tamakulu, was he talking about sources? Sources, it is some Biaba. Watch it double trouble. Or be a super cabinet can, but when they started talking against any Bakum Union and Mickey, Samuel was let go. And Kahasi and Crofo fancy beer. Yes, I don't bomb me as more back. I say, Coach be one canoe, it should have been some wood. So, Coach be baby, a young canoe.
Somebody in the fans on my canoe. Recently, we are saying one saying that young fan my young
son of fancy tear, son of fancy tear.
It is also more the time because 5 matches out of possible 8 now you're 9. They are say just 2 games.
Say me make you
15 points as when you're 9.
Instead say me make you but you think of the things at AC. One, the most prolific forward for them in the last 2 seasons. More in uniform on starting games. They'll be asking questions. Say, oh, Papa, oh, by idea, one my share cry no. Where the low goes my the guy is out of form. You think Enyomoya. Then what start to be of free division 1? A buyer only proving at the top level. I don't know about anymore. No.
Also share.
What's name? And you see,
has way no two sides. I say a coin. Nenim Ninechi. Teams or Moshiano has had on paper one of the best ways to start the league. Obo newly promoted Ahoy. Obo 11 Wonders. Obo Dreams. Obi enim said Dreams was shaky start to the season. Obo Bechem. If you followed Bechem last season, or 4 matches crans had no the first goal. So they also don't start the season well. The first 5 matches, you are facing these 4 opponents. The only credible opponent has faced at the start a Heart of Lions and Radiano. You get it? So, yes. So Afena did the Ejumano. I'm saying 2 sides. Afena did the Ejumano. Yeba be subjecting it to scrutiny in the subsequent games, but I think, sir, it is early days yet for the fans to start generating. I don't know if noise sounds too harsh, but now is not the time for complaints.
Okay.
Rather, team winning, give them confidence to push them and then urge them on.
Mate.
Now, main Gina Kwenya way. So you see, one could make interview, How many prominent journalists I know who saw call blasters will tell Linyas Alqueniano a year interviews. Why? Again, to encourage Obia Owofabia, you see, we have ventured into the era of the new media. And now personalities will trend more than institutions. Yet, in a very short time to come, is a fancy age mama wound to me. Rather, your services will be needed to serve a wound to me. It is the Abrochi Gary Lineker, not BBC for a ton of contract, but yet BBC match of the day. So, on your permanent BBC staff or your contracted, serve for the duration of the contract. Oh, yes, sure, now you are done to money din 20. So, he's a BBC journalist, he's a host of a show. Sir Aaron in a rim. And let me applaud Code Mickey. He started basically as
a comic guy.
Yeah, or the breakdown, cranny way. Then he's risen to this level. Level no namso no. Ehona Larry Kane money Oprah Winfrey mo say ya na sha say anything o. Kweku Kweku Sechiado. Kweku 101. Say ya net here. Now they call. It is to encourage everyone. Charlie, let's learn to build ourselves, upgrade our profiles and portfolios. Nayem Peja, the new media is gladly taking charge over traditional media. And very soon, and a bit dominating. But the interview ni omokayen. Asari obo age limit competition be.
Mike, I don't cry.
No, me patch me say me bisa.
Na nipa no so tell it.
Benjamin Asare obo age limit competition. I think say Ghana no. Ye ni adwuma bebreye. So we have a lot of time for unnecessary stuff. Why would you discuss a senior national football team player? Ni age so there subject of way. No, me say senior national football team age, it should even serve as an inspiration. No matter how old you are, you think say you are running out. Mateta only the French call up no how many years. And you run or best starting the first game or go at the age of saying 28. Obi Chassis 16. There's a red way Korea France national team. Obi on the timeline. But when you two din says senior national football team. Ghana
sorry Sharak amuma me some of my nyame Saturday. Your boss don't
House of Folk supporters na do na bu afu say back to back House of Folk me and for 3 maximum points. So supporters na do na any nje team ne performance any BB ekoso no. Meteomasi because omo supporters. Every football loving fan team be our support bia no. De bia na de ba kwa de bia da wani so ne say. Se wo ko stadium on him say bebo game na wie no. Now team nya 3 maximum points some of good performance. So in the case of us folk there no wins name ba supporters ne kasa in a way a laudable obeti or massive because ɛyɛ supporters ɔmo hia win no nam ɛde anigye ɛde aba by kwaku before Sameka has nsɛm kra no me no medi kind of credit ama coach Bashiru here for ne Heart of Lions bobokuo no. Let's not forget recently club akwa or Heart of Lions pa House of Folk. Now saying as a House of Folk Lions bi ana wabono. Even coach Didi Drama ni befa Heart of Lions bobokuo no. Ohye no ewo Homa World Cup eje trophy ni efinisem. Ano musa kosi a top 4 osa bo no. Enti Didi Drama ni mpokra beteki House of Folk na anu ya no. Oti coach Bashiru Hayford bi ana na obono. Enti coach Bashiru Hayford susu era sa game we mu no. On train say for the third time Didi Drama ni nsan embono. Obeto to the nyoma yi. So for Heart of Lions say omo ko Accra Sports Stadium no me House of Folk akwa kobo draw no. E chose Heart of Lions eye bibi. Omo sua ade from omo previous games ano me share Didi Drama ni. Ana House of Folk game no. Emma appear up a good strategy so omo ko wa omo ntimi nkonko for defeat no. Any idea ba kwa medical accredited Heart of Lions bobokuo ni say no mo mpese beto so miensa facing Didi Drama ni say tembi o Bashiru here for na obono enti at least omo ye bibi papa I was any kind of credit adima Heart of Lions and kwaku say we check the Heart of Lions for the year nyina na indication here clear omo che so munya league no beje do say a early stage after about 5 games e wo Ghana Premier League nemum 5 games die obi ye no Emma own intentions because what check last season Heart of Lions and the third baby any Gold Stars no the first no they just 3 points and a tree Heart of Lions and Heart of Lions who no say so last season no the second not the likes of Samates mo baby any Gold Stars me dia mamu nyina etimi aba Ghana Premier League aba begia why not omso betimaje and for match day 1 no o check the Heart of Lions na intentions ni nyina na clear say ye pe league na je. And it's what a key venues be a masha see a picky points be a. I wasn't confined during Bashiru here for team no. Sawa Baba Sports Stadium. And the Kotoko draw. Wakwa Kra. On the House of Folk Akwa a draw. These are two giants our Ghana Premier League. And it's a only Kotoko. And the House of Folk in our bo ewo mufi na wo mentimi anshawa. A chese Heart of Lions ye bibi papa. Our mu show or intentions clear say or mu pe league naje. And so we check Heart of Lions team na kwaku. Ade bi a Digi League no mu obi o. Say kasem financially omo sound. Good technical team coach Bashiru Hayford edi anim. And omo secret weapon. Ade ba ko ma bebi any Gold Stars Heart of Lions omo perform nyina no. Omo secret weapon ye say. Omo team na wo say no. About 85% of omu players no kwaku o make keep omu enu na me hwe omu game na me hwe omu starting lineup no about 90% of players omu sha ase no their own ball league ne kra no wabo just 2 seasons because one omu goalkeeper Lawrence Osei ne third season you Ebenezer Aban oh yes center back omu captain ne third season ye Ruben Hennessy ne third season ye Bismarck Enim ne third season ye Yao Danso ne third season ye Ismail Ado ne third season ye Kojo Obin Jr. ne second season Samuel Buama ne second season eye only few and enu omo shase a obeka sa afi na omo ebe wura setup nim Efsen any free mamo enti omo shase no about 85-90% their own ball Heart of Lions kwa about 2 seasons omu na make catch us ene yo secret weapon no because eno omu starting lineup no their own boy kran e about 2-3 players pe ana omu first season with Heart of Lions dia ka a minimum of 2 seasons even eno back four no omu use including goalkeeper no obi third season ye from the goalkeeper right back left back center backs ni mienu no obi ambo Heart of Lions kran ne third season ye enti akwa yebo oboku akwa omu nim omo ho ena aboa Heart of Lions team no ana omenya coach onim team hyehyɛ arguably Ghana has one of the best coaches abenya wa Ghana Premier League coach Bashiru Hayford ana was strong technical backroom staff ni ejemo ne other guys omo ni nyina no adwuma enti Heart of Lions this season kwaku how o ma sha ase no se o betime wie ni saa ebebo omo by the only thing I was Bashiru Hayford ni team working on I say goal scoring ability ni throw instead of for mamesa goals na was a Heart of Lions etimi hye no kwaku asa ewo fom enti so mutimi hye ase se omo se hye goals na ebema Heart of Lions why you more than the ye hu ni sese no and anytime bi ameka Heart of Lions me analyze omu bia no kwaku de bia meka asem baako Heart of Lions esi akan ewa agrupama ne so akwaku omo secret weapon omo midfield unless some person obetwe onche omo enu a onim de oje man of the match Dogly okay so omo ne kuma Asante Kodoko me be ka na asem enu na je man of the match oye workaholic on ye adwuma ni nyina ma Ismaado so who say Ismaado boba e ya hwe Dogly because on the be ye the work a cover grounds a stop play hard tackles bibia no e Dogly na Ismaado e the ball na to former control game ne di amount enti se wo ko share Heart of Lions na woman Ismaado ni Dogly hu so akwaku on be punish wo enti this season one team akwaku was here watch out for them Heart of Lions how o masha ase no coach Bashiri here for the boys no omu ye bibi to House of Folk team no kwaku House of Folk 5 games wabo hohoi House abo Dreams wabo 11 Wonders wabo Bechem ana enu wabo Heart of Lions menye happy with House of Folk goal scoring ability House ashe 2 goals o yabo 5 games House ashe 2 goals and a chance for you to say problem na House of Folk face last season no ye share season as no it seems say and 1 year say we because okay last season ade na de bia ye hammer so kese pa ye say House of Folk intimi nche go ade ba ko ma maintain ye say untimi nche omo so far obi intimi fa bo nto na tenem and last season House of Folk based on number of matches ye bo Ghana Premier League na u peti mo consider go na e has a fact. And from last season there, House of Folk have been the best defensive side. And you share new season, no, or my chassis. And to your baby, and was almost strengthen to me improve. Your ability to score. By entering in Basawa about 5 games, no, I suggest 2 goals. DBS supporters never stadium. I saw almost the year on the best field because the only way I'll bet to me is 3 maximum points and by winning. And we bet to me winning, I saw bet to my go. Without you scoring, untimi nya sa 3 maximum points no. Enti ntimi mba say kwaku. Anka House of Folk first 5 games we there. Nanka matches are nanka very very manageable.
Kwame me know ya adwen.
Very very manageable. Last season 34 games or boy no. Or say 32 goals. Now last season House of Folk ntimi average even 1 goal per game. And you decided say okay, say a new season there and you also improve our goal scoring ability. By so far Frank Duku pre-season na ototonte na by ye share season ase no ye hu Frank Duku Prince or say Kwabna also so ye hu no onyanya sa match fitness no Hamza Isa form enye the best enti wonim say House of Folk 2 goals or match no baako eye midfielder ana baako ye winger Hussein ana subonte na she 2 goals ade ma ha so far and wonim say Uche Ghana Premier League team or that last crown no 11 Wonders no was the same number of goals to say has
abo hohoi wabo Dreams abo 11 Wonders
abo Bechem
and Lions. Kwame, this goal scoring problem 3 years in here I mean no didn't come ya complaining sir still Heart of Folk in your dreams of finding solution honestly 5 games now say 2 goals there were from.
And only my dear Baku, Hadibi. Mediama she 10. Ye she season as Mediama she 10 goals. Who follow pa?
Me show pa, me.
Ho ya she 7 goals. Ho United has 7 goals so far. Young Apostles has 6. Our Ghana Premier League him. Adriana Vision. All Blacks, Swedro All Blacks has 5 goals. All these clubs she goals than House of Folk. Kwa mini problem. After Didi Dramani abefa House of Folk team nim. Ana all try say obe build a formidable side the ama has. Me expect Didi Dramani say obeye magic. Onti me nya magic. Some few months